did you happen to watch the end of the Arizona Coyotes in the state last night?
Yeah. I watched parts of it. I didn't watch the whole game.
I didn't want to watch the whole game, but I wanted to see like when the clock ticked down to 0, what it was going to look like.
Congratulations on winning. Go out with a bang.
I was going to remember the win.
No.
Listen, it was tough. I mean, the people that were in that building, there were 5,000 people in that building. They're diehards.
About 4,500 were crying.
They were crying.
Yeah.
And then the game ended, and it's like an hour after the game, and they still didn't leave the building.
Right, didn't want to leave, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and you saw, like, the thing that struck me, Gaydos, is, like, the dad with the kid sitting there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they've shared this. You had a great story yesterday.
I can tell real quick.
Please tell that story, because I thought about that story last night and how much I liked it. Gaydos, will you please tell me the story?
Because I only mentioned it really quick, and Becky Lynn wasn't here, so it's like it's a whole new audience.
This is a new story for you.
So a lot of people in the Valley, I'm just going to say it, they're not going to miss the team. And that's just too bad.
Yeah.
It just, hockey didn't work, and it wasn't.
For a variety of reasons.
There's a ton of reasons. But, you saw a lot of people, and they were crying yesterday at the arena and all that kind of stuff. Well, like we were talking yesterday for just a quick minute, what does hockey mean to me personally?
Yeah.
Because I'm a hockey fan, but
sure.
I'm an NFL, a basketball fan, and a baseball fan probably before hockey. But hockey, for me, was important. So when I was growing up, and I was 13 and 14, and I was a pain in the rear end.
No.
I know, it's really tough to imagine. So my dad and I, we always had a good relationship, still have a great relationship.
Great.
But there were times where we did not talk, and it could go for a week or two.
Really?
Yeah.
That salty.
Oh, I'll dig in, man.
Oh, I can imagine.
Believe me,
and
you'll find out, right?
Your dad also, right?
My dad also.
Yeah.
But there comes a point in time where you got to talk to your kid.
Okay.
And you got to talk to your dad. And so what my dad would do, it would be hockey. Now, he wasn't the biggest fan.
No.
But we were in the New York, New Jersey area. We'd go to the Meadowlands and we'd see the New Jersey Devils play.
Devils!
So here's the thing. When my dad and I would fight,
okay,
he would buy tickets to a hockey game.
Okay, we're going to go, yeah.
We're going to the game. So I would get word by my mom would say, my mom would be
your
like,
mom was the intermediary.
She'd be like, Dad's going to take you.
You're going to a game. Your dad would not invite you.
Dad's going to take you to a game.
Perfect.
He's going to take you to a game. And in my mind, I knew the fight was over.
Oh.
As soon as we got the hockey tickets, this was how we would make up.
Okay.
So we would go to the hockey game. We would, have some food and, we not much talking in the car ride there because
you're still fighting. You're still fighting at this point.
Right, but you've got to...
Relations haven't cooled yet.
Right, but you've got to move on.
Okay.
And this was my dad's way of saying, listen, this fight is over. We're going to go to a hockey game. And
right.
I remember it like it was yesterday. We would get in the car, a bit icy. We'd park. We'd go in. Yeah, you want some food? Sure, we'll have some food.
Yeah, real curt. Real one-word answers.
Hockey game starts, and, it's still a little bit of... And then the Devils would score a goal. And then there'd be the hug. That was it. The fight was over.
And the fight was over.
I love that story.
As soon as that happened.
Yeah.
As soon as, like, Scott Niedermeyer...
Yeah.
managed to get a goal as a defenseman or something.
It would be a hug between dad and son. And
Isn't that a great story, Becky?
That is wonderful.
I thought about it last night. I genuinely did, Gaydos. And I was like, that is such a cool story.
Yeah. And, I mean, who knows? Maybe there were people in Arizona that did the same thing, that hockey was their way to get through to their child or to move past a fight or to have some togetherness. Or listen, sports brings people together.
Sure.
Sports brings people together. And for hockey, when I was a kid, in my teen years, my dad would bring me. It was just me and him.
You and him.
And we'd go to the game, and as soon as the first goal was scored, there'd be the hug. And
the Berlin Wall came down, and we were reunited.
Fight would be over.
That's phenomenal.
Did you ever discuss the fight on the way home, like what you all had been, or was it just over and done?
I think after a couple weeks of ignoring each other and maybe giving each other space, we both figured we were both jerks.
So it had just passed.
It just ended.
I think so.
I think that's good.
So I think there is something you say, though. I do think there's something about We talk about hockey in the desert, and we talk about the Coyotes have been here for 25 years, was it?
28.
Which is minuscule compared to some of these other teams. Mm-hmm. You know, you talk about Devils, Rangers. You talk about Boston Red Wings. They're on their 4th generation of fan. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my grandpappy took me, and his grandpappy. And it's different because those teams are so rooted in the community, and the Coyotes never got roots.
No, they didn't. And maybe it's just because it's 115 degrees out here. Maybe it's because there was awful ownership throughout the entire organization. Maybe it was that they got to the Western Conference Finals one time. So I mean, they're not a winning team, and so
do you give any credit to ex-Coyotes owner, because the sale was approved today, Alex Morello, for coming in and facing the music? He actually came in. He was in the station earlier,
right?
Mr. Morello, and sat down with Burns and his partner, and what?
Nothing.
Okay. And took questions.
No,
and
I don't give you any.
You don't give him any credit for facing the music.
No, you got to face the music. Be a man. I mean, come on. You're moving a team out of the desert after 28 years. Of course, you should come.
Well,
and
he sold it. He is not moving.
Right. So yeah.
By the way,
that's the
can
thing.
I tell you about? We should all fail upwards like this. It was only 4 years ago that Alex Morello bought the Coyotes. You know what he bought them for? Anyone?
$300 million.
$300 million. You know what he just sold them for?
$1.2 billion.
1.2.
Oh,
I'm no
goodness.
math whiz, but that is almost $1 billion profit.
That's great.
In 3.5
Trying
years.
so hard right now, right?
And the team wasn't any good in any of that time.
Yikes.
So
there was no huge investment in this team.
Here's the question.
Okay, there's a question.
Yeah. He's got 5 years to put another team in place.
This is kind of interesting. This is part of the deal, Gaydos.
Right. The 101 in Scottsdale Road. There is land.
There's a big patch.
And Alex Morello says he's committed to buying the land on June 27th and keeping hockey in the desert. He's got 5 years to do this. Remember, it's going to take a few years to put a building plan together. And,
So he has to win the auction.
Yes.
He has to build a facility.
Correct.
And then
build around it.
He has an option with the NHL to bring another team.
Yeah.
I guess expansion team.
Start completely new.
Starting fresh.
Right.
And he could bring them back here to the Valley if he meets all of these parameters.
So the question is, do you want the team reactivated?
With Alex Morello as your owner.
Yeah. Do you want to see a Coyotes 2.0?
Yeah.
I would only say this.
I'm ready.
If it is going to bring some economic growth to that part of Arizona, then I guess I'm in. But just to bring the team back? I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think there's enough of. I think you have a very small group of very passionate fans for this team.
Agreed.
And I'll tell you, just to be completely honest, why would I go to a Coyotes game on the 101 in Scottsdale Road? First, I want to go to dinner somewhere, so you better have some
restaurants around there.
Yeah. Maybe before then, I want to play some pickleball. So I want some indoor pickleball stuff. I'm just saying, you got to build around it.
Okay.
Am I going to go
Mr.
to the
Morello,
101?
He's listening right now. He's in the Valley.
Scottsdale
You're going to have to
Road?
put pickleball in.
Do I want to go just for a hockey game?
No, you want to go for the experience.
Exactly.
And you want a lot of stuff going on. But that's kind of the plan. But again, he's got to commit to that. Will he do that? Will he put another $3 billion into building this with the promise of getting another team? I don't know.
We'll hear from him a little later.
Okay, we'll do that.
But do you want the Coyotes 2.0? I'll tell you what. If I sold the team, if I'm him,
you made $1 billion off of it.
I'm done.
You just giggle all the way to the bank.
I think I'm
right?
done.
You're like,
I think so.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.